This is TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Ruel Panawa, and this is Africa Now. In what is described as being suggestive of a coup in a political twist, Malian interim President Bando and Prime Minister Mokhtar Oueni were on Monday taken into the custody of soldiers. The leaders were reportedly taken to the Kati military base located near Mali's capital, Bamako. It was at the same military base that President-elect Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta was taken on 18 August 2020 and forced to announce his resignation. The developments drew condemnation from the international community and calls for their immediate release. United States President Joe Biden and Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi in a phone call on Monday discussed ways of achieving a diplomatic resolution that meets the legitimate needs of Egypt, Sudan and Ethiopia for the now-dam dispute, according to statements released by their offices. A statement from the Egyptian presidency said that both presidents agreed to strengthen diplomatic efforts during the coming period in order to reach an agreement that preserves water and developmental rights for all parties. While the White House statement said the president had asked Secretary of State Antony Blinken to visit the region for follow-up on the urgent needs. On Monday, Sudan declared a state of emergency and imposed a night curfew in parts of the coastal Red Sea state affected by ethnic clashes that broke out at some areas in the city of Port Sudan. According to state media SUNA, at least 5 people were killed and 13 injured, but a statement by the state governor media office gave no details of the clashes and did not mention casualties. And 2 environmental marches following Mount Nyiragongo's volcanic eruption in the Democratic Republic of Congo on Saturday night that left hundreds of children missing. The UN's children agency UNICEF says it has rescued 530 of the missing children who were separated from their parents in the wake of the eruption. At least 35 people are reported to have been killed on Monday. UNICEF Chief Field Officer in Goma, John Matane, said that they have been able to facilitate the reunification of 360 children back with their parents. In a related development, 48 survivors of Bushika from the 2019 landslide in Uganda are taking the government to court on grounds that it allegedly violated their rights by failing to put in place effective machinery for dealing with natural disasters. The ground of the sub-county in the eastern region of the country gave way on December 3, 2019, killing 28 people and hundreds of homes destroyed, according to the Red Cross Society. The survivors are seeking compensation and payment for the cost of resettlement and government action to prevent further disasters. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break. Do stay tuned. Welcome back in business. To help with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on businesses, the Tourism Finance Corporation have started issuing government stimulus worth 3 billion shillings to hotels in Kenya. Government data indicates travel and tourism are the most hit sector by the COVID-19 pandemic, affecting 3.1 million jobs last year. The corporation responsible for extending the stimulus revealed that the loans have been disbursed to most of the successful applicants already, and the funding is expected to restructure business operations and help them cut major operation costs. President Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo is keen on reviewing some mining contracts with foreign companies because a lobby warns that the country will potentially lose at least $3.7 billion in skewed mining and oil deals with controversial Israeli billionaire Dan Gettler. So far, Kinshasa has lost nearly $2 billion in revenue when it made mining and oil assets sales to Mr. Gettler. Between 2003 and 2021, DRC lost $1.95 billion in revenues, while Mr. Gettler's companies, which own royalty streams in the country, expects $1.76 billion in future royalty payments by 2039. And to Nigeria, the Minister of Trade and Industry has revealed that the federal government has plans to review Nigeria's Industrial Revolution Plan (NIRP) such that they show economic realities towards the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement (AfTA). In 2014, the NIRP was launched by ex-President Goodluck Jonathan for real industrialization growth. Adeniyi Adebayo, at the commissioning of the chemical solutions manufacturing plants in Lagos, said it was important Nigeria took advantage of the new policies put in place to enable our reach net zero emissions by 2050 and boost job creation. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. More stories coming your way after the break. Do stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. Strict health measures on passengers will be imposed when Algeria partially resumes international flights in June. The North African country's borders were closed in March last year as the coronavirus pandemic spread. The Prime Minister's office that made the announcement on Monday said passengers must test negative for COVID-19 less than 36 hours, before the date of travel to Algeria, and all passengers would be quarantined for 5 days in hotels at their expense. According to a ruling by a traditional court released on Monday, the body of late Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe must be exhumed and reburied at the country's National Hero Shrine on July 1st. A traditional chief said he had received a complaint from a Mugabe clan member accusing the late leader's wife of breaking local custom by burying him at his rural home in 2019. The decision was made in the absence of the former president's widow, Grace Mugabe, who is currently in Singapore. She received a fine of 5 cattle and 2 goats to cover the cost of the cleansing ceremony and is ordered to provide compensation to the workers who would be taxed with exhuming and reburying the remains of her husband. And that is Africa Now. For more updates, do visit our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network, I am Reburial. Many thanks for watching.